toxic masculinity.
Coca-Cola tries to play nice with conservatives.
Yeah, Coca-Cola is trying to play nice with us nowadays, everybody.
Oh, that's interesting.
Isn't that nice? Okay, let's have a look. So what happened? So Coca-Cola says it's time to find common ground. It's time to find common ground on voting measures after pressure from the right. So after the right was basically like, okay, everybody, we're done buying Coke forever.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola's like, wait, no, why did we even talk about politics? We're idiots. Pay no attention. Once they realized that their bottom line was in trouble here. Let's see here. Coca-Cola, whose CEO denounced the Georgia voting bill, is now striking a conciliatory tone after coming under pressure from conservatives. The soda giant, which is based in Atlanta, was absent from a list of more than 500 corporations and individuals that signed a statement condemning any election legislation that would restrict voters from having an equal and fair opportunity to cast a ballot. God, it's such a stupid, disingenuous position that Georgia bill was supposed to somehow stop voters, like stop black people voting or something. They lie so obviously.
Why
now.
are they trying to play nice? Because Coca-Cola is such a huge company. Why do they care about? Why do
Because
they care
conservatives are half the country. If we all stop buying Coke, their company's in trouble, man.
You think so?
Oh yeah. Look what happened to Gillette. Gillette lost like $8 billion.
Ooh, okay. Never mind then. Never mind.
Let's see here. The missive was placed as a 2-page Wednesday ad in the New York Times and Washington Post with an effort being organized by Black Economic Alliance. So there was some kind of a list of 500 corporations and individuals. They signed this statement condemning the Georgia bill, saying that it was like, stopping black people voting, which is not true. And Coca-Cola didn't sign that. So they're trying now to walk this line. Now, so I'm not the kind of person that stops buying products because I don't like the company's CEO or something. I did stop buying Gillette.
You did.
But Coke has a lot of conservatives that work at those companies. A lot of conservatives work at the plants the distribution plants, just putting boxes on trucks. A lot of truckers ship that Coca-Cola around the country. A lot of stores that have, that are owned by conservatives, they sell Coke. Coke is integrated into the country. I'm sorry. Like, you can't take conservatives out of the Coke network. I shouldn't say Coke. That can be misunderstood to be some kind of Hunter Biden habit. But I had a joke a while back that I put in on Twitter. I think the joke was like, Donald Trump had a button in the Oval Office that was that would alert his staff whenever he needed a Diet Coke, which is true. That was actually true. And Biden had this button removed. And then I said, Hunter had a button put in that asked staff to bring him regular Coke.
That's funny.
I thought it was pretty funny. Anyway.
It was funny.
My delivery wasn't spot on, but I didn't remember I should have thought about what the joke was. All right, let's see here. Coca-Cola said in a statement to the Washington Examiner on Wednesday that the company had not seen the letter initiated by the alliance, but is certainly open to hearing their perspective, and said that it supported the right to vote and that it will assess how to support voting rights. Yeah, how about this? How about not condemning bills that have nothing to do with voting rights? Absolutely nothing. In fact, I think the bill actually extended the voting hours and made it easier for people to vote. I mean, it's just ridiculous how they attack conservatives. These Coca-Cola people said, we believe the best way to make progress now is for everybody to come together and listen respectfully and share concerns and collaborate on a path forward. Yeah, that's what Democrats always say. They always say, like, white people, it's your turn to listen. Men, you know what you can do to help women? Listen. They always say listen. Listen's like the most important thing. You know what would actually be really helpful in America? If Democrats would shut their yaps and listen. Because you know what Democrats don't do? They don't listen. You know why? Because they think they're right about everything, and they think that Republicans are all evil, and they basically think, if a Republican has an idea, it's racist or it's sexist or it's horrible in some way, and therefore we don't even have to listen to it. But if you did listen to it, maybe you'd learn something, because you're wrong about everything, and Republicans tend to be right about just about everything. All right, let's keep reading this article. Coca-Cola's Wednesday remarks are notably less confrontational than its previous statements on the Georgia voting law. Liberal activists had pushed the company to condemn the legislation, with protesters holding a die-in at Atlanta's World of Coca-Cola last month in Atlanta. Some demonstrators, including a bishop at an African Methodist Episcopal church, even advocated for a boycott. The company soon came out swinging against the law. We want to be crystal clear and state unambiguously that we are disappointed in the outcome of the Georgia voting legislation, said Coca-Cola CEO James Quincy in a statement earlier this month. Throughout Georgia's legislative session, we provided feedback to members of both legislative chambers and political parties opposing measures in the bills that would diminish or deter access to voting, which didn't exist. Quincy was even more vociferous in censoring the voting law during an appearance on CNBC, where he called the legislation unacceptable and a step backwards. I think maybe CEO James Quincy needs to be replaced by somebody who actually makes sense and isn't a freaking, isn't so malleable and easily like pushed around by the left. Coca-Cola people, if you're listening, replace James Quincy. I think that's what he deserves. Let's see here. After Coca-Cola's denunciation, the pendulum swung back the other way, and the company became a target for those on the right who were upset about Coca-Cola's stance on the bill. Former President Donald Trump called on his supporters to boycott the soft drink manufacturer, among other companies, as did Republican Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky. Don't go buy their products until they relent. We can play the game better than them, Trump said in an April 3rd statement. Trump got in trouble, actually, because he took a picture in his Oval Office, and he still had a Coke on the desk. Yeah, after he called for the boycott. But the picture might have been taken before that.
Yeah, that's what I would want to say.
Senator Pat Toomey, the ranking member on the banking committee, told the Washington Examiner on Monday many conservatives will inevitably choose to walk away from these businesses involved in pushing back against the voting law. Coca-Cola's newest statement to the Washington Examiner, calling for common ground and noting that it is open to productive conversations with advocacy groups and lawmakers of differing views, might be a sign that it's trying to tamp down the pressure from both sides of the political spectrum. Delta Airlines, Georgia's largest private employer, which has also faced GOP backlash over the voting law, was likewise not a signatory on the 2-page ad that ran in the major newspaper. And we like Delta, right? That's the airline that we fly on?
I do like Delta.
It's like the only airline that we fly.
Because we have credit card.
We have a
Sky
credit
Miles Delta Airlines.
But also, they seem to be the only ones who still have sort of like decent customer service, and
they are not cheap. They have these leftist policies, of course.
Yeah, they all do, though. I mean, you can't get away from it. If you want to fly on an airline and you want to boycott leftist airlines, you won't be able to fly.
Well, I remember we were flying in New Year after visiting your family back to LA, and I wasn't wearing mask. I wasn't.
Oh, really? And they didn't yell at you?
They didn't say anything.
I don't remember that.
I remember I wasn't wearing any mask.
Well, you're one of those people that people don't like to yell at.
Because I might start crying. Like they...
You're too pretty. You're too pretty.
Oh, I'm so dark.
Uh-oh. Are you too dark now? You need me to adjust you? All right, she's upset. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on.
I don't know. Can I just smile?
All right, there you go. Is that too bright now?
It's okay.
Well, I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, you can go ahead and leave messages in the comments section asking us about things, or you can tell us what you think about things. And I'm particularly curious of whether or not you think that we should boycott Delta or Coca-Cola for being douche nozzles and
Coca-Cola 100%, but the problem with Coca-Cola, you never know. The thing that you buy besides Coca-Cola isn't owned by Coca-Cola, like water.
Right.
That's what then we have might be owned by Coca-Cola.
Dasani, I think, is owned by Coca-Cola.
Dasani.
This one is not.
Like other, maybe, I don't know. We have to check now. I mean, I 100% want to boycott Coca-Cola. I cannot boycott Delta because I have a credit card and I have miles. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I think Cottonelle is actually the same, the toilet paper.
Yeah.
Or, no, it's not Cottonelle. It's another one. Cottonelle is what we use, but there's another one that I think it's a popular toilet paper that's actually owned by the same company as owns Gillette. So if you're buying that toilet paper, you're helping the same company. So if you're trying to boycott, you got to be very careful about that stuff.
I'm trying to boycott Starbucks.
Trying not to buy Starbucks as much.
Yes, I'm not trying to because I really don't like their policies.
But ladies and gentlemen, let us know if you're going to boycott anybody in the sections, and we will end the news here. Let's move on to the Q&A. What do you think, darling?
I'm upset.
Okay. All right. Are we moved on to the Q&A?
No, we're not done.
Oh, we're still talking about Coca-Cola. Jeez.
I didn't see a single. There are people saying, well, that was my point. That they can take a. Sorry, I lost the comment. Somebody said that they can take this hit because they owe so much. They're so rich. They make so much products. So it's not going to really affect them, even if it's like 50% Republican. I don't think Republican will realize.
No, that's not true. If a significant portion of the Republican Party stopped buying Coke products, Coca-Cola would be damaged. It would not be good for them.
Okay, and I'm upset because
they make a fairly decent point, which is that there's if there's so many products and so many people are buying so much, even a small dent isn't going to bother them too much. But nobody wants to see the profits go down.
See a single super chat today.
Oh, no super chats.
We didn't deserve $15 an hour, darling.
No, well, I think that's good. I don't want super chats. I'm happy. So let's go ahead and read.
I'm joking, of course.
Let's go ahead and read some of this stuff.
I just want to say special thank you for Ashley, because she's keeping our live chat so clean from trolls that sometimes.
Yeah, she's written here. I'm trying to read her stuff, but let's see. She's written a lot today. I'm not really seeing many comments to us. Okay, here we go. Otaku Magnet says, very important update. Use of zombie bumpers is now legal during riots in Florida. So I think what that means is that you can run over Black Lives Matter supporters if they're in the streets, which is great. Frank James, if you represent your country, you better get some top-of-the-line hookers. That's from the Hunter Biden story. Yeah, we kind of got a little bit too involved in that. Yeah. Let's see here. What is your obsession with Jordan Peterson, says Randy Reesig. I don't know if they're talking about me or somebody else. And he wrote Jordan Patterson, but I assume he means Jordan Peterson.
Yay, super chat.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have an obsession with Jordan Peterson. I think he's right about a lot of things, so I like him.
So we got super chat.
Okay, Valeria, why don't you read this super chat from J Health 5150?
Wee. J Health 5150. Sending your super chat since you didn't get one. Love you both.
Oh, well,
yes.
we love you too, J Health.
Okay, now I'm happy.
Oh, sorry, J Heath. I read it wrong.
J Heath.
I said J Health. That's not right. J Heath.
And Health.
5150. Organic Robot said, y'all will be big when the oppression is done. Jacob Chase writes, I want Valeria to express more of her viewpoints on the stories that you cover. Now, okay, Jacob Chase, I feel like this is a little bit of an attack on me, and I'm going to try to defend myself here.
That's not attack on you. I don't know what to say. I'm like,
right. Well, this
please cover my back.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what to say.
No, sweetie, I'm not saying that the phenomenon is attack on me. I mean, it sounds like what Jacob Chase is saying kind of indicates that I'm not letting you speak, or that they're in
absolutely not true.
Yeah,
he is covering my inability to speak with his ability to talk.
In fact, I think that the biggest,
if I want to talk, I will interrupt him.
Toxic Masculinity, weekdays 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific.